guys, good morning and welcome to Big by Philo's online class. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to make donuts, fluffy, nice and very soft donuts. So these are the simple ingredients that we're going to use for this recipe. Here we have 500 grams of flour, all-purpose flour. We have 150 grams of granulated sugar. We have 60 grams of butter. And we have 1 cup, we're going to be using 1 cup of room temperature water. And we have 1 egg, 1 tablespoon of yeast, active dry yeast. We'll be using 1.5 teaspoons of salt. And for the flavors, to flavor these donuts, I'm going to be using 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And I'm also going to be adding ½ teaspoon of cinnamon, just for spice. Alright, so making donuts is simply easy. It just requires you to mix all these ingredients and get kneading, right? So I'm going to first of all add my flour. Then I'll add my salt. And add my sugar and my yeast. So these are the dry ingredients. I'm just going to give that a little mix. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my egg. Make sure you don't have eggshells inside the egg. And I'll go ahead with a teaspoon of I'm using this vanilla butternut. I'm also going to add just a dash of cinnamon, just a little. If you add too much, the donut becomes dark, becomes brownish in color. So this is my butter, but right now I'm just going to add half. Why? Because we are trying to develop the gluten in the flour of this yogurt. We are trying to make it so that when we knead it, the donut is going to knead well and be able to develop enough gluten so that it will become stretchy and nice. So I'm just going to be adding half of this now. Why I'm adding half is because butter prevents the formation of gluten. So I do not want the butter to alter my gluten formation. So I'm just going to add half, right? Then I'll now add 1 cup of water. So I'll take this to my stand mixer. And I'm going to knead it for, first of all, I'm going to knead it for 15 minutes. Then I'll now add this other butter and I'll knead it for extra 5 to 10 minutes until the dough is very stretchy. So here is my stand mixer. I've already attached the hook. So you are going to be kneading these donuts with the hook attachment of your stand mixer or bread hook. Every stand mixer comes with 3 attachments: the balloon wicks, the hook attachment, and the paddle. So this is the one that you're going to be using. So I'm just going to get it mixed. I'm going to keep it on low until it is well combined. Then I'm going to turn up the speed to about 3, volume 3 or something. So while that is well combined, I'm not going to turn up the speed well for it to knead for like 15 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes depending. So we've been kneading for a good 14-15 minutes, and this is how you see the gluten has formed a bit. It has formed a whole lot. The dough is stretchy and nice. Okay, so we're now going to add the last batch of butter. Just going to rub that in and make sure that it's well mixed in. And I'm going to turn it on again and knead for an extra 5 to 10 minutes until it's very stretchy and smooth and it's no longer this sticky any longer. So it's been 8 minutes. It's been 8 minutes and the dough looks well kneaded and very, very stretchy. So a test that you can do to make sure that you've gotten to the right point is called the window pane test. And it's just for you to drag like a piece of dough and try to stretch it out until it becomes very transparent without tearing. That means you know that the dough is now very stretchy and is well kneaded. The gluten is well kneaded. See, it's see-through, but it's not broken. See, of course, it's plastic. It's not plastic, so it's going to tear at some point. But with that window pane test, you'll know that the dough is now very stretchy and nice. And that will give you a super soft and fluffy donut. So we're going to leave this to rest for like 5 minutes before we start shipping. Guys, it has rested for about 5 minutes now. And so we can start shipping it. So before that, I'm going to, this is edible spirit. Use it to clean surfaces before we place the dough on it. I'm just going to clean the surface of my workspace. I'm going to sprinkle some flour. So here's our dough. You can see it's still a little bit stretchy and sticky, which is okay. So I'm going to divide this. Of course, I'm not going to fry it like this. So I'll divide it into equal parts so that I can now proof it and later fry. So for me to be very accurate in my division, I'm using a scale. I'm using a scale to weigh each ball. So each ball, I'm making it to be about 100 grams. So if I divide, I weigh. Check it out. Okay. After doing this, I'm now going to form it into a ball. And since it's still sticky, I'm going to need some flour so that it will not stick to my hand. So what I'm doing is I'm just trying to form it into a ball and pinch the edges. I'm going to just roll it. That's it. I'll grab another one. Alright, so here is our donuts. Applied flour on the board and put it and sprinkled some flour on it. So this is where it's going to stay and rise. We're going to leave it for about an hour and 30 minutes or 2 hours in one place. An hour and 30 minutes is fine, but depending on how warm your environment is. So we're going to cover it with this cloth and just keep it on. So it's been about an hour or so. And look at how puffed up it's looking, huh? Look at how nice and puffy it's looking. So we're just going to heat up the oil and fry. While the oil is heating, to form some holes, I'm just going to use this tool and just dip it, cut it. So if you want to fill this, you do not need to cut out this hole. This hole is for ring donuts, right? So now I'm just going to be dipping them into the oil. If there is any bubble that is forming, you can just use a skewer to poke it, right? So we are frying on medium heat, medium to low heat. So the heat has to be very low. I'm going to show it to you now. I don't know if you can see this, see how low it is. So this donut will gently cook without burning. And that's what's going to give you those white lines at the middle. So keep the heat very, very low. Alright, so as we are frying side by side, it's been up to like a minute. And you can see the down part has fried well. If you don't want it to brown like this so much, you can flip it earlier. But this is okay. Yeah? So after about 3 minutes, both sides are all done. And looking at the donuts, they are done now. So we'll just bring out some heats and place here. So here are the donuts that we made. This one I've just dusted it with sugar, a combination of sugar and powdered milk. Yeah, I'm now going to fill it. So guys, that is how to make your donut. Look at how fluffy, nice and yummy it is, right? It's super soft, fluffy and stretchy. So that's how you want to make yours too, alright? Thank you so much for watching. Bye.